Hey, welcome back. We are continuing with our live coverage tracking Tropical Storm Harold this morning as it comes ashore and is making its presence known here in parts of the coastal bend. One of the key issues here is that we want to make sure that people remember to stay safe. Lots of curiosity when a storm like this hits and lots of people out and people trying to do their normal activities, but safety needs to be paramount. We want to go ahead and bring in Rickey Dailey now. He is with TXDOT, of course, a familiar face here on our station. And Rickey, let's talk about safety and maybe any closures or any roadway conditions that people need to be aware of out there right now.
Sure, Mike. First, let's start with the one closure that we're aware of right now. It is related to the New Harbor Bridge project. It is at Northwest Loop Ramp from southbound 181 to Crosstown is temporarily closed due to flooding. So please avoid that area. We'd like to keep all people off the road right now. We're getting some pretty heavy rain. We're also the turnaround on North Beach, the US 181 turnaround under the causeway right there. We have one lane closed. If the wind and the rain keeps pushing that tidal surge in, we may have to close that turnaround. Another area that we're monitoring is around Rivera, FM 1118, FM 772, and RM 622. There's some coastal bridges there along that coastal area. We're monitoring those just to see if they're affected by tidal surge or the rain or the wind. All of these are east of US 77, pretty sparsely populated area down there. The one other thing I wanted to update folks on is, again, we'd like to see that y'all stay at home. These are not conditions to be driving in. Rain is, it's a driving rain and you've got you around. But the ferry operations at Port Aransas continues to operate. We don't see any likelihood that the ferries are going to have to pause operations. That's kind of the update on the roads, Mike. What else?
Well, as you mentioned there, you are advising folks to stay home. If they absolutely have to get out, they still have to use caution, right, Rickey?
Right. Yes. At all times. Just as you said earlier, if there are any barricades up, if you come into a intersection that's flooded, even without barricades, just turn around. You don't know what's under that water. You don't know how deep it is. It doesn't take much water to move a vehicle. And that's what we're concerned about, people coming up into intersections or coming up onto roads that might be flooded. We don't have any of those that we are aware of yet. Again, like y'all like to say, turn off your cruise control. If you have your cruise control on and you hit a slick spot, it's going to turn into lose control.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Rickey, just
put your phones down.
One more thing here. I know that when TXDOT, when you're out putting up those barricades, you don't do that just to inconvenience people. You do that because there are real safety issues, right?
That is correct. There, you can be fined if you move or if you go around those barriers. Those barriers are there for a reason. Our guys aren't getting out in the rain and putting up barriers just for the heck of it. They're putting them up to protect the public, to ensure public safety. The barriers are there for a reason. Please respect them. Don't drive around them. And again, if you don't need to drive, this is pretty fast moving system as y'all are reporting. The rain and the wind should slack up later this afternoon. It's not worth getting out and risking your life or risking a crash. If you can hold off, please do.
All right, Rickey Dailey with TXDOT. Rickey, thanks so much for your time. And of course, we always appreciate the updates. And I know our viewers appreciate getting to see you and have you share some of that. Thanks again.